And we're live. Okay, so topic for today is wow. I've been unprepared. Imagine that shit. My mic isn't even plugged in. Now, check. God damn it. Hold on. Having a technical difficulty. I was talking and the mic wasn't even plugged in. Let's see. Let's check now. Hopefully this works. All right, there you go. It's so much better when it's so much better when there's lots of mistakes because it makes it more realer and highly relatable. But anyways, topic for today is the logic behind being irresistibly seductive. So basically, one-on-one seduction. Yeah, let's explain sex market value, shall we? SMV, this whole thing. Scarcity and supply and demand. So the more something becomes rarer, that means the number in quantity becomes slower, the demand goes higher. It depends on the need. And here's the thing, like sex is the most powerful thing in the world. It is basically, if we go into the Freudian philosophy of things, he says that sex is the primal force, the drive that like it exuberates out of us. Like first thing in the morning when you wake up, what's the first thing people think about? Go figure. But yeah, let's explain that. So semen retention for men. You will be punished. You will suffer. You will experience pestilence, all this curse, only if you release the Christ oil within you. For Christ, in the Bible, he says that, like it talks about like he healed the blind, he healed the sick, and he performed miracles. Christ is in your balls, is the oil, and for you to be releasing that is curse. You lose the Holy Spirit within you. It is the magnetic force within you. Because here's the thing. When I walk into the classroom, anywhere, I walk around Walmart, everybody just looks. Everybody, like you become highly magnetic. You walk into anywhere, like even birds just like start singing. Like butterflies have no fear towards you. They just come to you because like you're exuberating life. You're not there to take life. Like you don't look like somebody that's there to harm, but you're there to exuberate and give life. You know what I mean? Because like you have the life force within you. On those times, that was the most depressed in my whole entire life. That was like also the time where I had like different girlfriends and I was having sex every day. I was abusing myself and, I was hypersexual and things like that. But then I dove into like this health, fitness, and getting into purpose and things like that. And like all these knowledge, just like I didn't really seek it. It just fell on my lap. It's because like I prayed for better days, for better feeling and emotions within myself. Because like for somebody that was in the military, like under the suffering of PTSD and all these things, like abuse and all this trauma. But I don't want to like wallow into that like past of myself, because like everybody else in this world has the same story, or maybe worse. So I shouldn't be wallowing within that. But anyways, semen retention, how to become more magnetic and increase your sexual market value effortlessly. No fap. No fap, no porn, no none of that shit, man. Because like, here's the thing, man. We need to step it up to another higher level. We need to go higher level than ever before, because there's no more Mike Tysons and all these great men anymore. You know, like Mike Tyson like didn't have sex for 5 years, and that's how he became like multi-millionaire and like became a champion, is because, you know, in the book called Think and Grow Rich. See, I don't want to beat the dead horse here, but like in that book and chapter 10 with sex transmutation, what it is it talks about like the same driving force and like all that same attention that people like put into like the act of sex within itself. And then if you transfer or transmute, you change the act into something else, and you create the most beautiful thing, because sex is the most beautiful thing. And if you transmute that to art, that's how you create like the all this crazy immaculate angelic like paintings and you know, music or sculptures or whatever it is that you have, like, and then you bring that out of you. You know what I mean? But semen, and some men out there, you know, like they practice semen retention is because they just want to, you know, they want to attract more girls and they have sex, and then you drain yourself. It's all like you go back to zero. You know, that's not, that shouldn't be the main goal. The goal is to not ever ejaculate ever again, but only, you only release when you have the intention to create a new life. That's it. That's it. Only when you want to create a new life. Because I already have a daughter. So it's like I don't even gotta do it again. Cause like, you know, like I already know what it's like to just like lose that. Because here's the thing, you know, it doesn't matter if it's porn or like you have sex with a girl. It's like it's still the same thing. It's still pussy. It's still, you're giving your fucking life force into a stranger's house, into somebody's household, instead of like having that within yourself. Why do I get this glow? It's because like I'm filled with vitality. Like it's exuberating out of my face, all over my body. You know, like women can tell like you haven't done it in a while. It's like, yep, that guy. I'm gonna, you know, like because biologically, women are the receivers of energy, and men, we are the carrier of energy. And you, like women know who has it and not, because like they know it better than you. Women have a sharper, keener sense of attention to detail when it comes to things like that. Like they know, they have eyes for it. Like, yep, that guy right there, he's fully loaded. You know, that's why they would do everything to like distract you. Like they walk around, they prance around that ass, you know, because like they want to drain, like they want to be like the source of like that magnetism, like, you know, because there was a, you know, like back in the medieval days of like the images of Aphrodite, you know, Aphrodite and all these men that are knights, like they kneel upon that, in front of that image of Aphrodite or Venus or whatever. And what that what happens is that like men, like they use the perfection of image of women as their motivation. You know what I mean? So it goes back to that, like, but now like if we go back into like the ancient Egyptian knowledge and things like that, like the Ankh, the Ankh, you know, like the symbol of life, like that's the symbol of life, cross, Jesus. um what that is like infinity. It's eternal youth. You know what I mean? It cycles back into yourself because you don't release it. Because here's the thing, it's so easy to just like release that, and what happens is like you lose it. Like you cannot fuck with that shit. That is your healer. That is your stamina. That is your inner wisdom of you just know things without any further evidence of a thing. You just know because you are highly connected with the Most High. You are literally connected with the Most High through Him, through the sperm, through the semen. The only way you can connect with the Most High, the most, is becoming a whole within yourself. Not being a quarter, not being half, but whole, intact within yourself. What happens is once you are firm within yourself, you become untouchable. You become untouchable. You become fearless. You have a sense of knowing. You have a sense of power. You just know that you feel this power. It's not something to be abused, but it's a divine power from God that only you can wield because you earned it. Don't you know how hard it is, like nowadays in this modern era where we're constantly bombarded by all these billboards and all these like images of like women, and all these things. If somebody that's naive, somebody's on a level one boyhood, because there's a lot of like 30-year-olds and 40-year-olds and 20-year-olds, and in this modern era, men are feminized. It's because they don't have the seed in them. They don't have the man power in them. That's why there's rise of like very feminine men. It's because there's no more strength. There's no more attitude. There's no more firmness of self. Anyways, men, we are supposed to be the stable. We are supposed to be the pillars of a castle. We are supposed to be the bedrock. Like we are supposed to be the captains. Like there's no more men that are taking control anymore. Everybody is just losing the light in their eyes. Because like right now with this energy, if I bust a nut, like whatever, right? Like that, this person that's talking to you right now will die, and I'll be completely different version of myself, which is gonna be angrier, more depressed. It's because now if I do that, if I release, now I'm gonna be taking the punishment. I'll be punished for it. I'm not gonna have my strength. I'm gonna have to recover for a long, long time because it takes 30 to 45 days for semen to fully mature. Imagine all these guys that are doing it every single day through masturbation, ejaculating to pointless void of pictures, pixels, not even real people, pixels. If you look at yourself from far away, from in third person, and you and your phone or a TV screen, like some men, they're not even called men. Some boys, like even though they have their girlfriend, like they'd rather watch videos than like have sex with the girl. But even then, it's like you shouldn't be recreationally having sex. It's because like sex is for creating life or connection. Like if maybe you can have sex, but you do not ejaculate. Keep that within you. But that's a challenge. You should. That's all new, man. But the point is semen retention. It's the foundation that is unshakable. Once you have that in you, you are untouchable. You feel me? You go outside your door first thing in the morning, you know, like everybody just looks at you. You don't even want the attention. At this point, like I don't want the attention. I'm the person that likes to be behind the scenes. Like if there's a big project, like I don't want to be in the spotlight. But the spotlight is on you because as the sun rays down on me, I sparkle like a freaking vampire, like because of my skin, like the water, like within me, just like because here's the thing in attraction, seduction, if we go back into like the animalia world, it's time, you know? Pheromones, your body, if there's a certain time where you haven't released in a long time, your body thinks that you're being pointless. You're pointless. You're worthless and valueless towards the opposite sex. So your body panics and your body will do whatever it takes for it to make itself more attractive. So when you're walking around and you hold on to like 6 months or 9 months or more or like 2 years worth of semen, it's like your body is literally like, "Argh!" It's grabbing attention. It's literally like magnet, like somebody, like you're exuberating beauty, the man beauty, that power. You know, you probably have like millions of dollars in your bank account already, and like it's almost like all the stars line up, and it's all for the taking. And what happens is like all these things that you prayed for, like all these like women, like are now like coming towards you, like zombies. Like you're this one alive person left, and like all these hordes of zombies are the hordes, all these hordes of zombies just like coming and attacking you. And it's like that. You know, like, oh my God, you know, like everybody's like cheering for your name and shit. It's like that. Like you got that mega star, superstar status, and you cannot achieve that as a normal being, which somebody is an average guy. You can achieve that. Anybody can achieve that. Any man can achieve that if they only have the firm discipline, you know? So what happens? You walk outside, you're radiating energy. And then all the things that you used to pray for, like, oh my God, like no one likes me. No, fuck that. Like everybody is on you, even men. You make the men that don't have the light in their eyes, they look at you and they even feel attracted to you. So now you're attracting both men and women. You know what I mean? It's weird now because you're just a force, a freak of nature. You know what I mean? For you cannot have all the extraordinary things if you are not extraordinary. Make your desires want you back. Make your desires desire you back by needing nothing. Because when you realize that needing nothing attracts everything. There you have it. Like, comment, subscribe, do whatever the fuck you want. Live your life the best. Peace.